team is back together. Welcome to a special edition of the First Look Seminar. Georgie, going into Friday tomorrow, October 3rd, we've got a super high five carryover of $104,929. What's happening, my friend?
Everything's going great. The baseball players are here. Very exciting and very exciting to have this carryover. It usually doesn't get this high. So it's certainly worth, I don't bet this all the time, but certainly Friday is a day that we should look at it.
Yeah, no doubt about it. So that it actually goes into the ninth and final race tomorrow. Just so everybody knows, it's a 9-race card, and that would be a mile on the turf. Race 9 goes off at approximately 5:01 Pacific time. So, Georgie, a huge carryover. Let's just kind of take 5 minutes, go over our thoughts here, maybe how you want to attack it. What were the horses you were looking at to put on? Are you keying on one horse on top, or are you looking at a couple different ones?
Me personally, I'm keying on one, but like there's another one I like as well. And so I'm not, I'm kind of debating, but I personally am a single type guy. I like to look for a single, but certainly it's a race where even some long shots have a good chance. I mean, I always look at the Thoroughgraph numbers, and they're relatively, close. So we got some long shots with a chance.
So I'm going to guess, and I'm assuming the 9-5 morning line favorite, Run a Mile in My Shoes for Jeff Mullins, is the horse you're putting on top. Is that correct?
Yeah, I know it's not creative, but certainly the one that I like on top. He's got the best Thoroughgraph numbers, not by a lot. I mean, there's similar to it, but he earned it against so much tougher company.
Yeah.
And so you got to give him that. Then you got to give him the fact that JJ Hernandez doesn't give up. He keeps the faith, and if he keeps the faith, he year in and year out, he's our leading rider, and he always proves himself to be a stellar jockey. And so the fact that he stayed is good news for me.
Yeah, I mean, obviously, if this horse runs her race, she should win, right? I mean, the drop all the way down in for a $20,000 tag is the only thing that makes me just a tad nervous, right? I mean, that's why I haven't mapped it all out yet. Obviously, there's a couple also eligibles as well, right? The 10 and the 11. Kind of see who goes in. I'm with you. I think if she runs correctly, and Mullins has had such a great year. Those two are hitting at a 36% clip. That's clearly the horse to beat, right? I mean, the other one, I know you had a couple other ones. The other one I was kind of looking at on top, and there's a few different ways you could go. I was kind of looking at the 5. She's a Joker with Umberto back on for Peter Miller. This horse likes Santa Anita a lot. What were your thoughts on that?
Yeah, so my second and third pick in Santa Anita hoy Sábado Domingo is the 3 and the 5. So certainly the 5 is one of the ones, and I think the 5 has got some tactical speed. He doesn't need to lead. He's certainly not a deep closer, but I think that she could stay close enough to be a big factor. And Rispoli, he's just on the grass. He continues to prove himself. I mean, he obviously he's doing great on the dirt, but when he's got good horses. But I still see him as better as a turf rider, in my opinion.
Yeah, I think we're kind of on the same. I kind of went 2 A's and 2 B's in here, and I put 5 and 8 on top, probably with a little more leaning towards the 8. Maybe if I do 2 different tickets, maybe a bigger ticket with the 8 on top. And then I had 3 and 6 as my B's. So I'm with you there. I like the 3. The only thing that scares me, and probably the same as you, is the 3 looks like a little bit more of a deep closer. I like the fact that this horse has never been in for a tag and still isn't. But with the rails at 30 feet, I thought maybe from coming, that horse fits, right? I mean, for sure. Maybe on the top, getting up for the win scares me a little bit, but I'm with you. And I think that horse might get overlooked in the odds a little bit as well.
So the way I see it, to me, the 8 is a win or nothing filly.
Yeah.
She's either going to win the race and she's the best, or if she's not 100%, she might not be anywhere in this super high 5. She could. I mean, she was just running for optional claim at 80, And a lot of these are not in for the tag, but she is. So they're willing to give her away for 20,000 after she won an optional claiming 50. So in my eyes, she's the best, but I have no confidence in her if she's not ready to be anywhere in the super high five, or the trifecta. So she's like, I'm going to single her on one ticket on top. And then I'm going to single the 3 on another ticket, Brevi, because Fresu has days. So that's why he's not riding. So it's not like, oh, Fresu got off of her. No, Fresu's got days. I just talked to his agent, Tom Knutz, and he says, yeah, he's got days. So that, initially was a negative for me. Then I found out what happened, and I was like, oh, well, no problem. And there's a lot of speed in this race. The 4 is blazing speed. The 5 could get out there. The 6 is definitely speed. The 7 on occasion is speed. Even Run a Mile in Your Shoes has gone to the lead many, many times. So I think it could set up perfectly for a runner like Brevi. And if he gets it and Run for Your Miles, whatever is out, man, it could be a really nice ticket. And so, I'm going to have one ticket with the 8 on top and another ticket with the 3 on top, and not really putting the 8 in a lot of, I'm putting others in there, for sure. But I think the 3 is going to come and is going to be first or second. In my eyes, Brevi is going to be first or second.
Yeah, I think she'll be rolling late. And another thing about one more thing to touch on with the 8. The 8 has ran about 6 or 7 in a row against Open Company, and this is in against Calbreds as well. I mean, look, she's going to be 3 to 5, right? Maybe. Yeah. So, but look, with that big of a carryover number, don't let that worry you on top, because a super high 5, this is going to pay. So that's why you got to jump in when there's a big carryover of over 104,000. Just real quick, a couple prices. The 6 interests me a little bit. I think the numbers are a little light. Has speed. I do like the Barrios is taking over there. I think he's got such good hands. He can maybe take back a little. That's not a price horse. I thought one of my horses at 30 to 1, I might throw in there a little bit, is the 7 Miss Will, second off of a long layoff for Glatt, and had some traffic trouble last time. You had a couple prices you mentioned as well.
Well, I mean, it's funny you mentioned that one, because my 2 prices were the 1, Don't Mess with Tess, and 7, Miss Will. If you look at Miss Will was beaten by Run a Mile in Your Shoes, but she had a rough day that day. It was a while ago, but she was all roughed up. Last race, she got into trouble, or she would have been closer. Miss Will definitely hadn't been seen since November 24th, then comes back on August 31st and runs a 12 on the Thorograph data. Run a Mile in Your Shoes ran an 11. So the difference is minor, and Miss Will definitely had a traffic problems, or she might have earned an 11 or a 10. She would have been a lot closer to kill Curide. That was a roughly run race if you look back on it. And Miss Will had as good a shot at anybody, I thought. Coming around the turn, she was only a few lengths off the leader, and then got in trouble. She would have been there. She's like you said, she's 30 to 1, and just ran the best race of her life despite getting into trouble. She is, I'm using her all over the place in my super high 5.
So kind of wants to consider a little bit. We were talking about you mentioned the 8. Obviously, we both like the 8. It's going to be a very, very low price odds on. We mentioned the 3 and the 5 on top or just underneath. Couple real big long shots. Maybe the 1 who had some trouble last time, a lot of trouble, and it was 20 to 1, and the 7 who had a lot of trouble at 30 to 1. So just to kind of give everybody an idea, give some thoughts. You had a $42 play you might be putting together. What would something like that look like?
I was going to single the 8 in one of them with the 3 second and 1, 4, 5, 6, 7, 9, but another one with the 3, and I wasn't using the 8 like in second and third. I was going to use the 1, the 5, and the 7, and hopefully one of those bombs. If it comes in 3, 1, anything, it's going to be huge. And so I got 2 tickets, one with the 8 on top, and using the 3 for sure because I love them. Another with the 3 on top and hoping to beat the 8.
All right, so that's race 9 tomorrow. all weekend, 1 o'clock post, great cards on Saturday and Sunday,
Great
full
Saturday.
fields all weekend, and big stake races for winning you're in. So come on out. But tomorrow, all the hype is on race 9 tomorrow, and that will be post time 5:01 Pacific, approximately. The super high five carryover of $104,929. Georgie, thanks for your time. Let's hit this bad boy, and we'll talk again this weekend.
Fantastic. Thanks, Chevy. Good luck to everybody out there.
Good luck, everybody. Appreciate it.